I love strong characters. Simply the concept of, I'm the fucking strongest guy on the good side ever, and nobody can come close to me, even if they tried, is an awesome concept that anime itself invented. I don't care who actually invented it. Anime did it. There's a lot of characters that you could say stand head and shoulders above the rest and carry their strength in fucking spades. All Might from My Hero Academia, Sinbad from Magi, and that one dude, Baro, I think his name was, from fucking, I forgot his name, from Fire Force. He's strong too. And I'm here to talk about three of the coolest to me, three in recent history that I just find really dope. We're gonna start the list with my boy, the great Samura. Samura from Kagurabachi is the newest one on this list, and he is, truthfully, he's essentially just the angel of death in their fucking universe. A pure force of nature who wields the enchanted blade Tobi Mune, and also is a master of the Lai White Purity style. I was gonna say Jai, I had to read it again. The moment Samura decides to help the good guys, they're just like, oh, we're safe. No need for anybody else, we're good. Chihiro, who has been up to this point feeling like he had to do basically everything himself. A boy hell-bent on his revenge, trying to clear his father's name, trying to fix Oppenheimer's legacy. And at this point in the series, Samura doesn't even have Tobi Mune yet. He hasn't even gotten his enchanted blade, and everybody's just like, oh, we're safe, he's here, oh, we're good. Meaning bro was ready to pack up anybody that they could possibly send to them at that moment with just a regular sword and vibes. Instantly proving that he is one of them ones off of aura and statements alone. All this before we finally get to see his actual abilities. And when we do, you immediately understand why people glaze this guy so much. Not only can Samura essentially see everywhere, and the motherfucker's blind, by the way. Blind. He blinded himself, so he don't have to see the corruption in the world. The moment he gets Tobi Mune back, he's doing shit like covering the entire city in a blanket, where if he even gets a hint of an enchanted blade in that location, he is on the scene instantly. After the events of the Sword Bearer's assassination arc, Samura immediately becomes a scourge for the good guys and the bad guys. The Hishaku and the Kabunabi are both like, what the fuck are we gonna do about this guy? This kind of stuff is all the more crazy because we had just seen before this, in the Rakuzaichi arc, we've seen the Yoruichi in action and its pure destructive capabilities. We've seen our main character Chihiro no-diff so many people at this point. It's like, oh, how could he be scared of anybody? We also got to see monsters like Sojo show us that there are truly levels to this shit when you get an enchanted blade. All of this was essentially null and void when Samura decided that he was going to go after the enchanted blades himself. The good guys instantly lost their most powerful chip, and the bad guys instantly lost their most powerful fucking chess piece. He continues to earn every bit of blades that people give him, so much so that now that he's on the side of the good guys again, it's kind of hard to believe that he's gonna make it out alive in this next arc. On top of him having insane sword skills, fucking I can see and feel across the entire city degree vision. Tobi Mune's OPS ability allows him to teleport to any of the feathers that fall from the goddamn sword, or his wings, I'm assuming. Making this ridiculously powerful swordsman who is kinda nerfed by being blind, but not really because his vision is just so insane, making this guy essentially impossible to track, while he can just track you 10 times better than you'd be able to normally track him. He's completely undefeatable, and the only way that he can get beat is by having some kind of weakness, which he now has in the story. And what I love about this character, as opposed to the other ones when it comes to the good guys as the strongest, he does his own thing. He's not just like, I'm gonna side with the good guys because that's just how the story wants me to be. The moment his goals didn't align with the good guys anymore, he instantly became such a big threat that everybody had to plan around him and change all of their plans to stop him. And I don't know, man. He's really showing why they consider him the strongest on the good guy side when it comes to the enchanted blade users. I really can't wait to see his evil counterpart with the person who controls the Yoruichi. That guy is going to be a fucking demon. Next up, we got the GOAT Satoru Gojo. Gojo's birth literally changed the world when he was born. Everybody, like a bunch of powerful people, just decided that they were, and a bunch of weak people decided that they were, it's time to go into hiding with this motherfucker out here. Born with the 6 eyes and user of the limitless, Gojo is essentially an untouchable, unstoppable force. But in this fact, Jujutsu Kaisen really honed in on how lonely this separation from people could be. Gojo was so strong that it alienated everybody that could ever possibly be close to him, and the people that were close to him either ended up not being strong enough to hang with him and got murked for being around him because he's the strongest, or they just went crazy and decided to go be evil. Gojo, the moment he was born, was destined to be a lonely fucking weapon, the strongest sorcerer of today. A lot of people don't even look at it like this, but the fact that the only way you could take out Gojo is to get the strongest sorcerer in history to come and murk him, that was the only way he was ever going to pass away besides natural causes. That's absolutely insane. This is why Gojo took so much time and was so serious about imparting his will onto multiple of his students and raising up some of the biggest fucking powerhouses we've ever seen in Jujutsu history, especially modern history. Students that had to prove their strength against sorcerers from multiple points in history that were considered apparently way better than the one that they exist in right now. Him and Sukuna were one and the same with their loneliness, except one of them wanted to be alone forever and didn't really give a fuck. The other one wanted no one else to ever feel what he felt. It's very sad to know that the only people that could understand these two right here was each other, and they were destined
to murk each other no matter what. I also think this is partly why Gege chose to have Sukuna steal the 10 shadows from Megumi. This is a fight, a battle that has happened multiple times in history, and the only people to defeat these two have been each other. You know, their curse techniques. Gojo is a really good example of the idea of pure isolation and loneliness, and how perfectionism can cost you essentially everything, and he really had no choice but to be perfect. I love Gojo because his character arc comes full circle, and he leads to a future where nobody has to be strong alone ever. You can always ask for help. And Gojo could never ask for help for real. How the fuck were you gonna help Gojo? Like, he couldn't even have anybody assist him in the fight against Sukuna because his attacks were so ridiculous that he might murk his friends. Like, come on, this is a great character. The last man on my list, and damn sure not the least, was Yoruichi from Demon Slayer. Yoruichi, what can I even say about this motherfucker? Out of everyone on this list, he undeniably has the most aura. Yoruichi's bloodline is strong. His bloodline is so strong that it created the second strongest demon, as well as the second strongest breath wielder, or I forgot what you call it. A strength so powerful that his brother, who was already, like, one of the most ridiculously powerful demon slayers to ever exist, before we even saw the rest of the history of Demon Slayer, he still was one of the most powerful demon slayers to ever exist, creating multiple different sword breath forms. He felt like he had to go and turn into a demon to even come near his brother's strength. Which is just like, you know, you can why, bro? Like, you're already strong, bro. Why? But that's not even the craziest thing to me about Yoruichi's strength. Yoruichi's strength is so ridiculous that it sent ripple effects through the bloodline of the main villain of the series. As far as we know, Muzan is the first demon to ever exist, you know, and the most powerful. We know that one for a fact. And every single demon that comes after Muzan, because they all come from Muzan, have a genetic fucking disposition, like genetic defect, where they are instantly terrified of anybody who even looks like Yoruichi. His brother turned into a demon, waited until he was an old goddamn man, and tried to go get his get back and prove that he was the strongest. And Yoruichi didn't lose a half of his strength. Motherfucker didn't lose a quarter. He had this universe on fucking lock without even being around, causing so much psychological damage to Muzan that Muzan went into hiding and decided that he wasn't going to come out forever. Until now.